Now, weeks after recovering from COVID-19, senior medical doctor and resident in pediatrics at the Bolgatanga Regional Hospital, Dr. Gillian Bugi, has returned to work to a rousing welcome. The senior medical doctor in charge of the neonatal intensive care unit in May this year shared her near-death experience with the disease, which has affected more than 15,000 Ghanaians.
When I started desaturating, I started writing down messages from my family. I started videoing myself because at a point in time I gave up. I knew that I have the COVID, but it was like nobody believed I had the COVID, and anything could happen at any time. So I started writing messages and I started videoing myself, what I was going through, and then in my diary.
If you say anything could happen, you thought you were going to die?
Yes, I actually thought I was going to die. Yeah, that was what was running through. So I would just sit down and then ask myself, so what next? Then I would just say, Lord, may your will be done. That was just what was running through my head. In all, I managed to get all the staffs that attended to me. 33 staffs attended to me in the medical ICU. 33, including nurses and then doctors, 33 staffs. They really fought for me, honestly. At a point in time, I remember one of the doctors telling me, Dr. Bugi, we just do not know what we are treating for now. The disease is new, no cure now, no vaccine. So what we are actually doing is when you show us signs or when you have the symptoms, whatever symptom you have, we try to control it. I spent 8 days in the medical ICU, and then later on I was moved to fevers unit where I spent 12 days.
And certainly there is good news on the front line. Staff of the Bolgatanga Regional Hospital, friends and former patients of the senior medical doctor threw her a surprise party on her return to the unit. Komla Adum has the rest of the story.
The scenes at the Bolgatanga Regional Hospital Neonatal Intensive Care Unit mirrored what a victory party after a long battle looks like. A gorgeous welcome back cake with the inscription, "We beat COVID-19." The staff welcomed Dr. Gillian Bugi back to work after her recovery from the disease.
You are always welcome home, welcome home.
The regional hospital, I had a surprise birthday cake, which was brought to me by a midwife, and then the husband, who happens to be a district director. And then we all had to, it was dubbed on it, we beat COVID-19. Yes, and it was quite a joyous moment for me.
A number of her staff and friends assembled to throw up the surprise party to welcome one of their own who had been away for nearly 2 months. Some of her former patients and babies she delivered were not left out.
One other welcome I received, which was very, very delightful to me, was that of the mothers and then the babies. But when they heard of my return back into the region, most of them came back with the babies to welcome me back and then to wish me well.
After her initial welcome at home after being discharged from the Kolebu Teaching Hospital, there was another at the home of her in-laws. She was served mashed yam and 3 eggs, a symbolism of victory. Dr. Gillian Bugi is keeping her advocacy against stigma alive.
After my recovery, my return back to the region was aroused by the regional director of health services. They had a press briefing session, and then I led the regional team of recovered COVID-19 patients and read the statement on their behalf also. It was quite an engaging session, but I took that opportunity to appeal to the general public to desist from stigmatization, since it has a negative consequence on the socioeconomic status of
recovered COVID-19 patients. As we all know, stigmatization can lead to social avoidance, denials of healthcare, education, housing, employment, and then physical violence. It can also affect the emotional or mental health of stigmatized groups and the community in which they live as a whole.
She feels well and energized, having no symptoms since her discharge.
Since I was discharged from COVID, yes, so I'm a bit confident that I was treated fully, and then I'm medically fit. Because since I came out, I've never had any signs, no anosmia, I've not coughed, I've not had any bodily pains, no headaches, nothing, and life is just normal for me. I come to work and then carry on with my daily activities. I've not experienced any symptoms so far.
You are always welcome home, welcome home.
She's raring to go, to give of her best to her clients and community. Dr. Boogie is concerned about reports of stigma in some communities following the discharge of recovered persons. She wants people to accept and help these persons properly reintegrate.
COVID-19 is real, so we should all continue to observe all the precautionary measures and then obey the rules so that we can stay alive for Mother Ghana.
For those who still harbor doubts about the reality of a disease, Dr. Boogie says,
and then to all those who really think that COVID-19 is a hoax or does not really exist, should really have a change of mind, because I have actually gone through it, and I don't think anyone would want to go through the kind of experience I actually went through. I wouldn't even wish it for my enemy. So the most important thing is for us to the social distancing, so that we put on our masks when we are in public gatherings, or washing off our hands, so that we don't really catch the COVID.
And there's obviously nothing